Hi guys, welcome back again today to another interesting video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing us how to create this design here. So here I have my bust line, my bust point, my under bust and my waistline, and this other 2 inches is for my bust dart allowance. So here I'm going to be adding my bust dart here. Okay, so your bust dart is 2 inches away from your bust point. So I'm going to be measuring that here 2 inches away from your bust point. So this line is my bust point, so 2 inches away from it is my bust dart. So you are going to rule that line and you are going to connect it to your bust span measurement. So bust dart. So this line right here is my bust span measurement. This is also my bust span, and this is my center line. I have a full front basic bodice here. Okay, so I'm using a full front because of the kind of design that I want to create. It can only be done with a full front. So I'll connect my bust dart here as well. So I'm going to be altering this pattern into a bustier. Okay, so when you hear bustier, the first thing that should come to your mind should be under bust. That's the reason why I have my under bust measurement, under bust here. So now the first thing you want to do, I have a detailed video about bustier. Okay, so I'm not going to be talking much about that, so I'm just going to alter this into a bustier. So the first thing I want to do, I want to find my new neckline. That is my off shoulder, where my off shoulder wants to start from. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that around here. So I'm going to come here. I want to use 6 inches for my off shoulder measurement. So I'm going to connect 6 inches all the way like so. So I'll label here my new neckline, also known as my off shoulder. Okay, that is now going to be where I'm going to be offing my pattern from. So I'm going to now connect my bust span measurement over there. So I hope some of you, if you don't know the meaning of bust span, is the distance from one nipple to another nipple, which can also be called nipple to nipple, as you like to call it. Okay, so this line now is my new neckline. Okay, so I'm just going to alter it, and I'll do that quick. So guys, okay, I've altered this full front basic bodice already into a bustier. So the next thing I'm going to do is to start shaping out the kind of neckline that I intend to use. So now this is my center line. Okay, so I'm going to choose my neck width here. So the neck width I have here from my center line, I have 4 inches already to this pattern, but I'm going to widen it up to 5 inches. Okay, so maybe I should use a blue marker pen for all the alterations that I'm going to be doing here right now. So I'm going to, the distance between here and here is 4, so I want to make my neckline 5. I want to open it up by 5. Okay, so I'm using 5 inches around there. So I'm going to connect that onto a straight line to meet my mid line, like so. So but before I do that, I'm going to also come here. I want to measure how deep my sweetheart is going to be. The design has a really very deep sweetheart, so I'm going to be using 7.5 around here. Okay, so the distance from here to here is going to be 7.5 inches. So I'm going to use 7.5 inches for my neckline. Then I'll take my pattern my curve ruler. So I want to dip in my sweetheart there. So I'm going to dip in my sweetheart neckline there like so. That's my sweetheart. So I'm now going to be connecting the straight line from that part to meet it. Okay. So this is kind of the neckline that we're going to be having. So now there's one last alteration. So I'm going to be having a sweetheart neckline that comes like this and like this. So the next alteration that we're going to be doing, I'm going to now reshape my armhole because we're not going to have a sleeve. Okay, so because it's going to be an off the shoulder, I need to go in by 1 inch here. So I'm going to go in by 1 inch so I can reshape my armhole. So, and for off shoulder, it has a slight curve. So I'm going to make this a slight curve instead of the way it was before. Okay, so I went in by 1 inch and I make the armhole a little bit slanted instead of the deep curve that it was having before. So, and I'm going to try as much as possible to curve my sweetheart neckline. Just be creative. I want my sweetheart neckline to look really beautiful and deep. Okay, so I want to just smoothen that out here, and I have this neckline. So now, okay guys, now that I've brought out our neckline and all of that, and I'm okay with this part, so the next thing that I want to do here, I'm going to now be altering these other parts to become a armhole princess dart, because this our dart obviously cannot go to the shoulder. Okay, so I'm just also going to alter this other part to go to the armhole. Okay, so I want to make that part armhole princess dart. So I already have a video about the armhole princess dart on my channel, so you can check that out. So I'm going to alter it to armhole princess dart. Okay, so now I'm going to now have a new armhole around there. So I'm going to bring this other part. I'm going to cover it. So the next thing to do now, we can cut out this pattern. So just watch what I'm going to do, the way I'm going to cut out the pattern. Okay, so I've succeeded in cutting out this part. So we're also going to cut, then I will close our bust dart. So I'm just going to cut all around. So the next thing that we're going to be doing now is to close our bust dart. Remember, before you close one dart, you need to open another one. So I'm going to open the waist dart all the way to the bust point. Okay, so now I can close my bust dart. So you need to open one dart before you close another one. Okay, so I'm closing my bust dart. So I'm going to take that down. So bust dart closed. So I'm also going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm also going to close my bust dart here. So I'll also open up my waist dart. Okay, you need to open one dart to close another one. So now we can cut. So I'm just going to cut out like this so that you guys can see the kind of neckline that we're going to be having. Okay, so this is how our neckline is going to look like. So I'm going to continue cutting on this side. So I'll cut through. Okay, so this is what actually the design is going to look like. It's going to have like a deep sweetheart, and the other side is going to the shoulder. So I'm going to cut out my darts here. So I've separated that piece. So I've also separated this piece. Okay, so this is what we have here. So I also come over to this side to separate this piece. Okay, so I'll take out my dart. So then I'll finish this up. So this is what we have for the pattern. Okay, so this is what we have. So I'm going to cut out my shoulder sleeve. So we're going to be joining this together like so. Okay, then we join this together. I'm going to go ahead to cut out my lining, then I'll show us how to join this. I'll cut out my lining and I'm going to add my breast pad to it. I'm going to cut out my breast pad. So I'm going to be padding it because it's a bustier. Okay, so I'll go ahead to cut out my breast pad. This can be called breast pad or wadding, wherever, whatever they call it, wherever you are. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut it and I'll iron it, then I'll cut out my lining, then I'll show us what next to do. So guys, here are all of our patterns prep. Okay, so you can, as you can see, I've already ironed my breast pad to it. So I'm going to be joining this together like so. So we're going to be joining this together in the sewing machine. So I'm going to place them like so, then I'll sew all the way down, then I'll place this also like so, and I'll sew all the way down. So we're going to be doing that right now. And I'll open this out. So then you want to go and give it a really good press. Okay, so you want to use your tailor's hammer to press this out, which is very, very important. So now I'm going to be joining this other side together as well. So I'm going to place my fabric right side together also, then I can start joining. So I'm just going to join the side that has the armhole princess that together like so. Okay, so I'm going to start sewing from the top. So remember, I left 0.5 inch seam allowance, so I'm just going to continue sewing with my 0.5 inch, and make sure not to drag and not to pull anything. Okay, I'm just going to go gently and slowly. I'm just flowing, you can see, but I'm not dragging any stuff. I'm just guiding it through like so. So as you can see, everything is matching up nice and proper. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera. So now this is what we have. Okay, so you can see the princess dart part and the part that has. So this is what we have on the both side. So I'm actually still going to be attaching a cup here, okay, because I want this to be really, really well structured. If you have watched most of my videos, you will know that I like to add cups to all of this, to my bustier. Okay, so I'm going to iron that. I'm going to do it off camera. Okay, and as you already know, if you want to iron your bustier, you have to use a tailor's arm. Okay, don't iron it straight. You need to use a tailor's arm to iron all of this. So I'm going to do the ironing off camera. Okay, then I'll come back to show us. I'll insert my bra cup already, then I'll come back, then we can continue. So guys, I've pressed my pattern out. Okay, I've pressed it out with my tailor's hammer. Okay, so this is my bra cup I'm going to be inserting. So you can see it's well formed already. Okay, so if you draft your bustier properly, you are going to have a perfect formed bustier like this. Okay, so can you see everything is looking all nice and well structured? Okay, so I'm going to be inserting my cup inside, because the way this design is, my client cannot wear a bra, so that is the need. If not, the is already well structured, but I need to add a bra cup so that it will be nice and easy for the client to wear it, okay, without bothering to wear a bra. So that's the reason why I'm going to be doing that. So you see this side that has a princess dart. Okay, you see all nice. So this side has a straight bustier. So I'm still going to be deepening the neckline a little bit. Okay, I'll smoothen it around the armhole, but we're going to do that all together. So I'll go ahead to fix my bra cup. I'm going to do that. I already have a video where I showed how to make a bra cup already. I'll put the link down in the description box, because I'm just going to do this fast. I'm not going to be explaining much on how to do a bra cup here at the moment. So guys, I've added my bra cup, and I've turned it with the lining as well, as you can see. So I closed all of the armhole because it's a sleeveless dress. So yeah, I'm just trying to notch the neckline and also to notch the armhole so that it can relax properly. Okay, that's just what I'm trying to do here, and I'll go ahead to give it a really good press as well. And we're all done and we're ready. And I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and please do give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe guys, and please share. Okay, so yeah, I'm just notching. I'm going to just notch. This is very important. When you sew around curves, you need to notch it so that it can relax properly. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this inside out. So as you can see here, our dress is all done and ready, and my client changed her mind. She decided to go modest at the end of the day. After she has tried on the dress, it was a perfect fit, but she just wanted me to add sleeves for her. She just wanted to replace all of the sleeves. She changed her mind. She wants to be modest. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to drape some sleeve. I'm just trying my hands on some kind of designs so that she can have a sleeve at least on one side, and I'm just trying to replace a sleeve as well on the other side that is totally off the shoulder. Okay, so I'm just doing some dripping around here, just to give it a little touch to match up what she really wanted. Okay, so that's just what I'm trying to do, and I'm just adding some trimmings to give it some more touch. Okay, and well, I will be good to go. So you can watch the back of this video if you have not watched it. I have a detailed video where I showed what I did at the back of this dress. Okay, and I joined the dress together. Okay, this back lacing technique and all, I have it in a detailed video which I'll put the link in the description box. Okay, so you can go and check that out as well.